gaming is definitely an escape from a lot of the negativity in the world, and I just want to be like a positive light on people. Because there's a lot of people
I'm
that come
crying
to my
already.
stream, they're
I'm
going
crying already,
through
bro.
a whole bunch of things, or even like on my YouTube comments, Instagram DMs, whatever it might be. Like they're going through a lot, and I feel like with all the things that I've gone through, that gaming isn't just an escape for me personally, but like the things that I've done can be escape for other people too.
Aww. I think all content creators feel that way for sure.
Daequan as a baby, he was a really good baby. He didn't cry. He was always very bubbly. And from the first day we brought him home, we read and sang and did alphabets and numbers.
That's
and so
so
he was always
cute.
inquisitive. You know, once it was family time, dinner time was over, homework was done.
Oh my god, when you bring the family in, I'm gone.
That was the beginning of Daequan and his gaming.
Bruh. Daequan, 3 years old, already ready to double pump, fellas.
So, that was the beginning of Daequan and his gaming.
Aww.
When I was little, I liked a lot of video games. My brother was the one that got me into video games. He was always playing like Final Fantasy, Crash Bandicoot, things like that. We used to compete in Super Mario,
Tupac
take turns on Crash
age.
Bandicoot. Crash Team Racing, Mega Man, all kinds of games, and we'd always compete. Like even if it was a single player game, we'd see who could beat this the fastest.
Aww.
The first game I can remember was Gex. That was a little...
Dude, his mom is so cute. Tell me how she has eyeshadow that matches her lipstick, that matches her blush.
Gecko. And whenever he would hit somebody with his
That's
tail,
so cute.
it's tail
That's so
time, or
cute.
something like that. It would say, and, they've
tail
always
time.
been gamers. Always been gamers.
And so that was the afternoon thing.
Nah. What is that, Ree?
What? Ooh, this game's trash! This game's trash! What are you talking about? This game's trash! I just gotta do a bug! I just gotta do a bug!
Thanks to Summing Skyburner.
Bro, this
Holy.
game's trash! What are you talking about?
What
You're
you-
doo-doo. You didn't do. You have 0 kills. Why are you dancing?
Oh my god, that person actually had 0 kills! Oh my god,
I got kicked off the basketball team my senior year, and that was a low blow. One of my friends got into an
why?
altercation. I was running down court for a fast break, and I see him they start getting into a little brawl. So of course, that's my best friend. I'm not just gonna stand there and watch him get jumped by a whole team. So of course I'm gonna go help. We got classified as uncoachable, quote unquote. I don't know exactly what
Thanks
it
for the half
entails.
year wet McMuffin.
Pretty much all of our scholarships and stuff kind of went out the window, I'm pretty sure.
That's so sad.
But that AAU league, that was
Also, tell me why Days looking so icy. 2 chains, big bling, big bank take low bank.
blessing. I met some amazing people, and we went on to win a Florida State championship. I loved it. It was a very big accomplishment for me, especially after
Thanks for
such a low
$5.
blow.
Hi
think
Pokey,
there's
I
something
love
in
her
him that,
streams.
you know.
I know this is too much to ask for, but today is my birthday. And it would mean the world if you could play games of Fortnite with me. My username is
I suck at Fortnite.
_FortNLTE. If you could add me, I will play later.
Happy birthday,
Pokey.
my friend. Sorry, I don't add people to play with them, but I hope you have a great one.
Competitiveness.
It's just a competitive spirit, He wants
Yeah.
to play. He wants to do well, and he wants to win.
There was a lot of games that I used to play. I never really played the big, really big games. I never really was into Call of Duty Like, I was
Same.
an MMO player. I was an MMO player. I was a fighting game player. I never really played shooting games. I played a game called Guns the Duel, which was my absolute favorite game.
Oh,
I
my
ever
brother
played.
loved guns.
And the reason for that is because the skill cap was so high. Like,
Yeah.
literally, if you didn't play for like a year and a half, like all day, you were just gonna get destroyed by people. And I won a lot of tournaments on online MMOs.
Wait,
and
He was sponsored by TSM while playing guns? What year was this?
tournaments on online MMOs, and either I was always competing to be like #1 on the PvP leaderboards, or you know, whichever leaderboard it was. And a lot of the times I was #1. If I wasn't #1, I was top 5.
Thanks for 200 bits.
So,
Why does Day
I
look
was
the
always
same in
very
his baby
competitive.
pictures now, but just without the
He
beard?
told me that he wanted me to buy him a $3,000 computer so he can be a professional gamer. Put my hand on his shoulder. Said, Dave, you're going to get well. You're going to go back to college. Little did I know.
I bought myself, I think it was like a $2,700
Oh,
PC.
he played it recently? It must have been
And
like a
this was
private server,
before
right?
Fortnite even came out. I didn't even know what Fortnite was. I just knew that, okay, I want to stream. I don't know what I'm going to stream, but I'm buying this PC, so I stream. And so my friend, he was like, yo, you guys should try out Fortnite. It's dropping a battle royale. I was like,
sneezed.
okay. And so we all hopped on Fortnite. We loved it. And then I think about a month into Fortnite, that's when I was like, all right, I'm gonna start streaming. I just started streaming. I was just playing solo squads and stuff. And one time when I think I had just got on, and I left Phil on accident, and I got into Dakota's game.
One more.
Like halfway through the game, one of my friends was sending me messages on Steam like, yo, you're playing with a streamer right now. You're playing with a streamer. I was like, oh, really?
Aww.
That's cool. Like, you know, like, you know, I was just like, whatever. And then like at the end of the game, I looked him up and I was like, oh snap, he's actually pretty big. And then he had added me, and then we went on to win like a 27 squad win streak in a row. And that's what really got me noticed a little bit. And then Dakota's got me into the Fortnite Invitationals, to where like a whole bunch of like big, you know, known streamers and YouTubers were all in just like a tournament where we were all just fighting each other.
Zam.
And I had won 5 of those matches, and that's what really got me my kickstart.
I feel like
It's hilarious trying to explain.
people who
You know,
are
the younger people know
really
exactly what it is.
good at games, luckily, like, always end up getting noticed by someone. As long as, like, they put even the slightest bit of effort towards wanting to be noticed. And there are, like, a lot of really good people, but then as soon as you get, like, a bit of traction, you really have to, like, go out of your way to continue, to, like, really push for that. I mean, in the league scene, it feels like at least the people that were good, like, you would rarely, pro players would rarely come across someone that they had never seen before, but past being known as being a good player, you have to take it upon yourself to make a name for yourself. Anyways.
You know, the people
The year
that he
13
worked with,
months,
his coworkers,
Nario
they know.
Odyssey.
But
Thank
for
you,
me,
Wildings, for the 1 year.
older,
Thank you, Meat Game, for the
family
16
members,
months.
They don't have a clue. But they support him in whatever he does.
I would look around at the other streamers, and I was just like, I feel like I can compete, you know? I can compete. I know I can. So I just kept playing, and eventually it paid off.
You got 25 kills, dude.
My favorite, okay,
first time
this
that
is
I heard-
a really wholesome vid, but can I just say my favorite thing about Day is, like, his funny ass commentary. Like, you can see when you go on his stream, like, he has a really funny personality.
About TSM
AKA
and Fortnite was Myth.
Not a
Myth was
doo-doo
like,
personality.
yo, a really big team hit me up, and I told them to hit you up too, blah, blah, blah. I was like, okay.
See, I doubt Myth would have told TSM to hit up Day unless, like, if Myth and Day weren't already friends before. So it's really important to, like, make good connections in the industry that you want to strive in. Even if it's just like a, hey, like, we know of each other, that can go really far.
And
If
then
you
that's when I see
keep to
Lena.
yourself a
I'm
bit
like,
too much, I don't know.
who the hell's Lena? So I go Google Lena, and I'm just like, oh, TSM. And then I go see that they have like 1 million Twitter followers, and I was just like, that's crazy, you know? And then I got really excited.
As a family, we talk every day. So it wasn't something he sprung on us. It was the conversation we talked every day during the house all the time. So it was something that we, you know, he just came to us, you know, this is what's happening. I signed to this company, and they want to move me to California. So I stayed in bed for 2 days. Don't laugh. I just pulled the covers up. I'm gonna be honest. I just pulled the covers up, and for 2 days I stayed in bed because I knew that meant he was moving away. I had to talk myself into it. I had to just kind of let.
Oh my God, my heart. I mean, for starters, it makes me so happy to like see these stories of people supporting their kids in this industry. But she said it took, like, she stayed in bed for 2 days just trying to accept that her son was moving away. That's so sad and cute. And it really makes me miss my mom, because I know she always says, she's like, move back home. But like for her, if I could live with her forever, she would have me do that. If I could like get married and have my kids in her very own house, she would have me do that. So I know, like, to some extent, I have to push back, like, Mama, I need to have my own life. But just, like, I know, like, when you have a mom that really cares for you, she just doesn't want to let you go. And it makes me really happy when I, like, although in a sense it's a sad moment, it just makes me happy to see other people really be cared for by their parents, because I know not everybody is lucky enough to have that type of support in their lives. But, yeah.
Let it sink in.
I hope for anyone that isn't as lucky that you guys get that support in other ways. I really, really hope you do, because everyone deserves that.
To keep him.
Aww.
You know, you've done everything you could. You're my husband, and you have this baby that you raised to send out into the world to be a productive, happy, well-adjusted young man. And we've done our part. We know that. So we release him to the world to be all that he can be.
I never thought in my wildest dreams that anything like this would happen, and TSM played a big part of that, and I'm extremely grateful to them too. And everybody on TSM is so cool. They're so down to earth. I love hanging out with them, love talking to them. You know, it's just like, it was such a blessing that TSM was the team that hit me up to come and play Fortnite with them.
We were watching a few weeks ago, and someone was telling
By the way,
me
sorry
that
about dropping
they
frames.
wanted to commit suicide, and because of him, they chose not to. That is unbelievable. And what a gift that you can touch someone like that. I think that's amazing, and I think that's one of his gifts. And what a blessing.
That's so
That's happened 3
true.
times with the suicide thing. This happened 3 times.
What a blessing that he is. People feel that a connection to him in such a way. So I think it's wonderful.
Being able to take like all of those situations that I've been through, I feel like it's a blessing, and I'm glad that I can be a blessing to somebody else. It's like, I know a lot of people that, you know, have gone through a lot of bad things, and I would like to really just be a positive light, someone to make you laugh. I love to make other people laugh, because it's just like, laughter is just something that'll make the pain go away, even if it's just temporary. That's the whole thing about like people, you know, I have like my W gang, about the W key, and how it's just like, the W key moves you forward in a video game. Like, for example, you press W on a keyboard and it moves your character forward in Fortnite. And my W key is pretty much just like, no matter what it is in life, whatever you're going through, you can press that W key, you can get out of that situation. You know, the worst thing that you can do.
I
deeper
visit
than
your
just
channel
winning.
for the first time, but I wanted to tell you that I appreciate that you put a lot of effort into this, and I am glad that your family, friend, and community has someone like you. I'm proud of you. Greetings from Germany.
You know,
W
just to
gang.
not do anything, just to sit in your room and
Move
do this or
forward
do
in
that.
game and in
You
life.
really want to force yourself to move towards positivity.
Day has been a blessing to us from the day we brought him home from the hospital.
That's so fucking. Are you
blessed and doing his thing. That's what we want for him. We just love him. We support him in whatever he chooses to do with his life. And just know that as his parents, we will always be there for him.
Absolutely. Love him. Want him to just keep doing great things with his life. And he knows I love him. I hug him, and every time I see him, and now it's,
It's his time.
Yeah, it's time to leave home and be here. And I'm happy for him, I'm happy for him. I'm happy he's out doing what he wants to do.
I can't even say how important I think good parenting is in general, and how much it matters to any human being, any child, any teenager, anybody growing up, going through life, to know that they have someone to fall back on. And I want, ideally every parent to be that for their child, because I know my parents tell me the same thing. They're like, doesn't matter what you do, we'll always be here for you. You can always fall back on us. If anything happens, you can always come home. We'll always have your back. And it just gives you a sense of security and confidence that is really hard to have otherwise. If you feel like you're just alone in life and you don't have someone like that. So I really appreciate my family for that. I'm so glad to see Day has someone like that, and I wish for everybody to have someone like that. And if you don't, just know that you can find that. You can build that with people that don't necessarily have to be blood related to you. I'm lucky. I've made really good friends that would do the same thing for me. I could freaking go broke and sleep on their couch and they wouldn't mind, and just means the world,
I never in my wildest dreams would I imagine that I would become a really big Twitch streamer or a really big YouTuber or someone that's just had an impact on so many people across the globe, where they're
that
literally
big ass
saying the
chain,
same things that I
dog.
do. It's just,
He has a freaking
I think it's
senpai
absolutely
shirt.
amazing, And so many people's lives have been changed. So many people have met somebody that's changed their life. It's crazy just how much a video game can impact everyone's life, and even the world, And I'm very grateful for that. I really am. And I hope that everybody finds something that they enjoy, and whatever that is, UW keep towards it.
Hey, what a good way to end it. I'm gonna hit that with a like. That was really good though.
In my general area, this isn't I don't live in a community where this is what I do is heavily accepted.
Same.
So that being one of the things, kind of that pressure from family. I mean, I took a very different route when it came to just life in general. Right out of high school, I was like, I want to stream.
Sorry, Jesus is coming out of my window right now.
Was
Hope you guys don't mind.
super risky, and probably wasn't the smartest decision, to be quite honest. But I kind of took that with an insane drive. I didn't think about failure, and I just kind of went for it. I try to make what I have work and just go with it as much as I can.
That's a nice setup. Ooh! Ooh! Bring it back. Y'all want to see some good editing? Hold up.
And just go with it as much as I can.
But oh, when the click goes with the click and the sound goes with the illuminating, when the sound sounds like something is being illuminating, and visual you see that something is being illuminated. Craigasm. Alright? Oh!
Summit! Let's go, baby! Good fight, Summit. I like that.
Was that actually Summit?
Oh! No way! What? What?
Aw, Myth looks like even younger in this clip. That's so cute.
No way! how you do it, baby.
Does he have his little braces thingies in? That's so
Let's
cute.
go. Put him in time.
Being with TSM
It
isn't
reminds me so much of my brother. Like, Myth doesn't super look like my brother, but he like half looks like my brother. And my brother
just like me being
also had
signed
braces like
under a
anyways,
team.
whatever.
It's more like me fighting crime with my favorite superhero. You know what I mean? So I was definitely like, I was a huge TSM fan. Like back when I used to play
He's
League, 'cause I
told
used
me
to play
that a
League for
lot.
like 4 years. Then I kind of stopped. So I used to follow them competitively. I got into them heavily when they were initially recorded their Game Crib series with Snapdragon.
Isn't it cute that like he was such a big TSM fanboy, and then he like is now on TSM? He's like what, like the biggest TSM name per se, or at least he was for a while. It's like, guys, chase them dreams, dog.
So that's when I was like super into TSM. Loved the things that they were doing. I loved the
Game
brand. I
Cribs
loved
is
the personalities,
OG.
watching them kind of perform as a team behind the scenes and stuff. And that's what kind of like skyrocketed my views and my love toward TSM as a brand and as an esports team. So I have a funny story that I guess
still
somewhat funny,
dropping
somewhat
frames.
serious story that I guess I could share is
Sup, Myth?
right before.
Wait, stop. Can I just say, Mr. I can't remember the guy who edits these. Frick! I met him once. Mr. Whoever films and edits these, 1, great job. I think it's more than one person. 2, come here. Come here. Psst, psst. I need you to tell me what camera you use here and in the same shot for day, because this camera is blurring, it's perfecting. It just
TwitchCon ?
What? I need this camera, please. 3 5 bucks, TwitchCon ? Of course I'm going. I'm one of the TwitchCon ambassadors. Yeehaw!
Myth was so young, he called rumor lol.
For I think it was May or right before
Prop red
high school
camera?
graduation.
Oh no,
I
those are
basically typed up in my
expensive.
family's group chat that I want to have an intervention or like a meeting, and I never talk in the group chat. So they all knew it was very serious. Like my or right before high school graduation, I basically typed up in my family's group chat that I want to have an intervention
Family
or like
group?
a meeting.
I don't have a
And I
family
never
group
talk in the group
chat.
chat. So they all knew it was very serious. Like my family thought like, oh, maybe he
Are you sure it's a red
did
camera?
something,
Please don't
you
say
know,
that I'm
with
gonna
somebody
cry.
and he's having a child and they're letting their mind, you know, take them to dark places of, you know, the corners of their mind. But once I got them together and I was like, yeah, I don't want to go to college straight off the bat.
And they go, damn, couldn't you have just knocked someone out?
My mom was
Just
kind of
kidding,
always
just kidding,
pushing
just
me.
kidding, just kidding.
Because I've been streaming for 2 years, so it hasn't been like, and the growth has only been really evident these past 8 months. So toward that time, my mom was like,
I was very mean about it. I was constantly arguing with him
I met his mom in person. She's so sweet, so cute.
to go back to school.
She's a little sassy too, but it's like entertaining. I feel like my mom would kind of be like this if she spoke better English, but she speaks better
he
English than my
graduated.
mom,
Well,
so.
right before he graduated high school, I don't know if they told you, that he called
you
an
for playing with me,
intervention
Joseph. Oh, you're
meeting,
welcome,
and
Yokes.
it was right after he was accepted to Wayne State, which was the downtown Detroit University. Was so excited, and he told us that he wasn't going to pursue it, and he wanted to pursue gaming, and I went nuts. Like, I almost started crying, started arguing. My kids had to be like, you know, Ma, let him talk, let him hear him out. And I was like, I don't want to hear him out. What is this gaming thing? Get him out of here. Is he crazy?
anyways, back to the point. Yeah, my family decided.
Can I just say, she was like, his siblings had to help and be like, Ma, hear him out. My brother did the same thing with my parents. Granted, my parents didn't freak out as much, but my brother was one of the big, helping hands. He would say no, like, even like 2-3 years ago when Twitch wasn't even this big, he was like, chill, like, what Iman's doing is legit, blah, 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 and he was like trying to explain it to them. And my brother's like the older kid, so like, they listen to him more. So just saying, shout out to sibling power. And if you guys have siblings, even me and my brother, we fought so much growing up. But looking back, I wish like we became better friends sooner and we just like had each other's backs sooner. So if you're like that with your siblings and you are still growing up, you know, maybe go out of your way to be a little nice and start that good relationship sooner, because you never know what'll happen and it can really come in handy.
2 years, or I put myself on a time limit as well, because you can't just be at a dead plant all of its life and expect it to grow. So I decided to give myself 2 years, and if after those 2 years I can't make it, I can't support myself financially, then I would go back to school. I would be 20. There was a lot of initial backlash from my parents.
See, this is one of the reasons I really like Myth. He's smart, he's good at critical thinking, and this is what streamers mean when we say like follow your dreams or like chase your passions. We don't mean quit everything and YOLO become a hobo and stream out of your little box. No, we mean follow your dreams in a way that's smart. He gave himself 2 years, still living with his parents. If I can't financially support myself after 2 years of giving this a shot, then I'm not gonna do it at all, or like I'm gonna stop at that point. For me, I gave myself 1 full year of taking a gap year, like halfway through my degree in university, and I was like, if by the end of this year I don't see what I do as a legitimate job, then I will go back to school. So you gotta make sure that, of course, you can live throughout that year and like you're good for that time, but always be looking forward and be planning and give yourself, like, let yourself try things out, but in a reasonable manner and in a manner that makes sense.
From my mom, because she wanted me to succeed in just life in general. She wanted the best for me. And then as Fortnite came popular and my mom was watching me on TV outplay Summit, or watching like my highlight videos.
Outplay
like I remember
Summit.
waking up one morning, I walk out of my room and I hear like the audio of the video, and I'm like, is this what's happening? Is this real? Is this real life right now?
Aww.
I don't think
I
I
love
was
hearing
ever
about,
worried
like,
about him
the parent
specifically,
side of
just
things.
because
So
of his
cute.
character. Because
You
even
Nick
though he was
drives the
playing
fuck?
games,
That W key. Classic
Thank
10-year-old
you.
YouTube video. Back when YouTube was coming up.
Okay, wait.
it seemed like he knew more than the adults did. You know what I mean? Like
He was smarter than the rest of them.
he was smarter than the rest
I
of us.
meant her. I didn't mean
like
her,
my mom,
though.
but mom, like I think she got worried about
She
it for
did.
a
I
mean,
minute.
or
You know,
her.
she was like,
Neither
"What's he
of
always
them,
doing?"
but
I'm
I
like, "Leave him
meant her.
alone. He's doing
She
it
was
at
so
school.
cute.
What do you want him to do? Go out, go do this, that."
Makeup's
He's not
really
Yeah,
listening.
we were
nice.
like happy he was home.
Yeah.
We were happy he was home.
This is all real exponential. His growth is really crazy, and it's been really surprising.
What are you doing?
Not surprising for Ali. I mean, he's always had that something about
Oh my
him.
God, all
Something
his
was
brothers look
always
so
about him
different.
than most of the other kids in the neighborhood.
But it's
for
really cute to
instance.
see like the whole fam supporting him.
Ali
He has
was
a
just,
big ass family.
Yeah, I think he was geared for this.
Whenever I go on, people find out that I'm Myth's brother, they're always like, oh my God, you're Myth's brother? What? No way. First, they don't ever even believe it because we don't really look alike anyway, but
Yeah.
but then it's
That's
like, oh my
cute.
God, how is it to be in the same house as Myth? And it's like, he's my brother. It's the same thing as it was when he was 4. Same
Aww.
It's been fun. You know, it's fun. It's fun watching him. It's fun being part of it, and definitely we're getting a lot more. You know, who is that guy? You know, but to us, it's been the same thing. It's been, you know, it's just Ali's streaming
Yeah,
in his room,
I know he's
you know?
he's adopted
Which has
and
been,
such.
it's been awesome.
I don't know all the details, but either way, it seems he has like a lovely family that really supports him, and that's what's really important. Full blood, partial blood, whatever it is.
I think there will
They're
definitely be
supportive of
times
him.
where I kind of miss coming home and whatnot and seeing all my family.
When was this?
But at the end of the day, it's
Oh
something
my
that
God,
I
day
know
before my
will
birthday.
benefit me and my teammates and just the entire scene in general, TSM, everything involved will be a lot better when it comes to all of us living in the same space. And you know, it's gonna be awesome, like to just be in
Give me
like,
this
in the
flipping
physical space
camera.
of you know, Daequan, Hamlin's Mills, like a bunch of like all these great people, what do you mean? Like, could you imagine?
What do
just
you
walking
mean?
down, going to the living room and seeing Daequan just there, like, what are you meaning? Like, that's amazing. That's awesome.
Dude, there's this like emotional ass music, and he's like, that's amazing. Can you imagine? But all they're talking about is freaking Day going, what do you mean?
So like, hell yeah, I'm ready, and I really want to do it. I think it's gonna be
slow-mo motion.
What
do you mean?
I've never lived with anybody outside of family.
I think all of us are really happy for him, and we know this is a huge thing, and like he has to do it. There's no question. Like we would all be kicking him out of this house if he was like not sure.
Aww.
But the selfish part of us is like, but we don't want him to go. But we know it's like it needs to be done, like for his career.
I'm sure he's gonna follow his heart and do the right thing. He's always done so in my home, and I think he'll do well. And pretty much, I think we'll be there every probably 60 days checking him out. It'll be a fun vacation for us anyway. So
my heart.
I know his mother. That's why I know I'll be there every 60 days, I believe, for at least 3-4 days.
I'm gonna make it my life's mission to get better at Fortnite than him, and I'm gonna name myself the Mythbuster.
Okay,
I know my stream title for next stream, boys. The Mythbuster.
As long as I'm living, my babies will be.
Okay.
TSM editor is slow-mo guys poggers.
Things
Is
are
that
what
his
you make it at the end of the
name?
day, and I could go in there
And
being-
I think they have
being
like a
bummed and
filming
down
person and an
kinda
editor
depressed and
guy.
not
Question
be
mark?
able to enjoy it as much, of course, and
I'm not
living
100%
in
sure.
a completely new space like LA will allow me to kind of, meet new people, do new things, try different things. And I'm
Try
somebody
new
that's,
things, like every single
that's
store
very,
from
very
Uber Eats.
open with trying a lot of different things, and I feel like that's the perfect place to do it, So definitely a good thing all around.
Sony A7 III.
I've had
now,
a lot
kinda-
of
the
people
reason why I wake up every day and grind as hard as
say
I do
different
is because I
cameras,
want
but
to
I don't want
improve
recommendations. I want like
to- I
confirmation from
wanna be
whoever the
best
heck's
that
on
I can
this.
be, and I see things within my own gameplay that a lot of people may not notice or see, that I'm like, okay, that irks me that I do that. That's not efficient. That is not what I should be doing. So those little things that kind of pick and nudge on me all day are kind of the reason why I grind and work as hard as I do toward perfecting my play. And-
Chugging dies.
But at the end, at the end
Thanks,
of the day,
setting
I want
Epic
to be
Trio.
the best with my team, of course. And on top of that, being a personality and a brand that I could extend and push out more than Fortnite. If I could, make somebody's
Thanks,
day,
Seven Kohler.
show somebody that things don't always have to be
And
as
Bear
dark
Boy,
as
welcome,
they may
guys.
seem. Help people work on themselves. Being a positive light for people, I think, is something that influences me heavily. As a final word, I just want to.
Can I just say, you hear like similar things from Myth and Day, really wanting to influence people properly. I mean, be a good influence on people, positive influence on people. But especially Myth, like I was really surprised to see how much he cares about like putting a positive message out there, helping people be more confident in themselves. And it just makes me really happy to see someone who's like, even though he's like mostly gaming, he very much cares about putting that idea out there.
Hey Pokimoki Moki 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 Moki.
You spent $100 to spam Moki. I mean, thank you.
Moki 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 Moki.
Just to, I guess,
Moki
say
Moki
something that's
Moki
kind of
Moki Moki
been on
Moki
my mind,
Moki
or
Moki
something
Moki
that I
Moki
want
Moki
people to know
Moki
about me.
Moki
I'm
Moki
super
Moki
young,
Moki Moki
and with
Moki.
that, I feel like a lot of ignorance and a lot of just a lot of reckless thoughts are attached to youth, and my entire upbringing as a teenager is to kind of go up against the normal ideology that like youth is wasted on the young, and then like wisdom is wasted on the withering. Like I kind of want to merge that bridge and be the best influence that I can for young people, or I mean even older people all around. And that's something that I really want to put a lot of emphasis on, and keep believing.
That's nice. I can tell he has put a lot of effort towards being wiser than your average 18, 19-year-old, so good shit. I think you guys already know. All three of the TSM boys that I know, Myth, Date, and Hams, like, they are lucky to be on TSM because TSM gives them a lot of exposure, but TSM is so lucky to have them because they are great personalities and, like, great people. I can't feel my face.